Hello everyone, welcome to a bonus episode of We Should Be Writing, a podcast produced by Wits Vuvuzela. My name is Mpho Hlakudi. For almost a week now, I have been covering the hashtag Wits shutdown protests. The protest over historical debt and unaffordable accommodation has seen several students suspended and some physical clashes between protesters and security. The academic program has also been disrupted for many. A lot has been said by the Wits SLC and Wits management, but what do ordinary Witsies have to say about what's been going on?
Basically, what I think of the strike is that it's a proper response because some students could not register, and that's a bit unfair. That's a bit unfair from the institution to do that. Like, they have goals, they have dreams, and being excluded or not being allowed to register is just another thing. So I think the strike it's a good thing for those students, even though some of us are already registered. Like, I'm thinking for them, what if tomorrow it's me?
So yeah, like I was saying, I agree with majority of it in the sense that yes, there are students who are struggling a lot, and NASA's being a government organization should necessarily provide for them, and there have been, but what they've done with the 45,000 cap, I don't think it's justifiable, especially out of the blue, 1st of March, okay, there's a cap. So a lot of students would naturally be upset.
I do think that the demands are sort of broadly speaking reasonable, like asking to make Wits more inclusive is a good thing. And I think that just asking a question politely over and over doesn't actually get anywhere. And I do think the university's response, like when we saw the list of concessions, it was pretty, weak. Like, they were mostly like, we'll try, we'll do our best, was mostly their response. And I don't know, I feel like the university could do more, even though I do understand that there is a limit. Like, they don't have infinite money, they can't do everything, and I don't know exactly what the limit is, but I do understand that maybe they can't do everything that's being asked for, but I feel like they could do more than they're offering. And I feel like they aren't taking the demands very seriously when you read their communications. Like, it sounds like they're just kind of hoping for it all to disappear, mostly.
I think we're at that point where the students amongst themselves are now fighting. You see, a protest is supposed to show solidarity between students, solidarity between each other's struggles. But when you have one group of the students now telling other groups that, there's not going to be classes, there's not going to be this, it becomes a problem.
I just think that the whole protest thing is a bit selfish coming from the students, because there's a lot of other people at Wits that are not on bursary and didn't get the opportunity to be on bursary, and yet people are still complaining, even though NSFAS still gives them like money to go to have accommodation and stuff like that. Also, it's a hindrance to our education as well, because now instead of learning in lectures, they have to go back to blended, which is the opposite of what we would like.
I think the protests are good. It's for a good cause. People need housing, beds, a place to stay at night. And the fact that they're sleeping inside the university, like in bathrooms or just outside, is chaotic. That shouldn't be right. The university should be able to provide, or even NSFAS. And they might have turned a bit violent, but that's understandable since the university took absolutely no action. Sent an email saying that they expend all that they're doing in regards to giving people shelter. And it's a lot, it's true, but it's not enough, because clearly there's still people that don't have. And yeah, I'm with the protests, I'm for it.
Yeah, I think that the protest is for a noble cause. I think a lot of the demands that the SRC are making, they need to be met, right? But I think some of them, like I know there was one where students who pay over a certain amount, they should be included, even though they haven't paid so much, right? They're in so much debt. But I think demands like that universities can't meet, right? And in large-scale protests, it's inevitable for violence, not violence, but I would say rioting, so to speak, right? But I don't think that that is just, right? Yeah, and I'm for the protest, but I think some of the ways in which the protest is being handled is not appropriate.
While the university management has conceded to some of the Wits SRC's demands, their key demands around debt and accommodation remain unmet. The Wits SRC is vowing to continue protesting until all their demands are met. Keep following us on all socials with the handle @WitsVuvuzela for our rolling coverage.